Good Monday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about all my cars and trucks and SUVs and motorcycles and dogs. Come on, Scotty. A helicopter just flew over here, and it's freaking the dogs out. Come on, let's go, Scout. Come on. Wow. Monday morning there, I gotta tell you what, if I can speak with any sense in my mouth this morning, I'll be amazed. What a freaking day. Wow. And hey, everybody, thanks for tuning to my channel. I know that sun gets in the background there and kind of creates a problem there, but wow. Jeez, man. I'm just telling you, beautiful morning, beautiful Monday morning. And it's just incredible how this is really a time of year where it really is just such a perfect time of year for your outdoor projects. And yeah, to say the least, that's what I did yesterday. Good Lord, am I feeling it today? I am tired. I mean, I knew it too. I knew yesterday I was all revved up, had a lot of energy, and I just really got motivated to start getting my season, the change of season, to how we just have to kind of rearrange everything that I own. And yeah, so wow, beautiful time of year. Nice car show yesterday. And I just thought to myself this morning, what can I talk about? It's just very challenging some days to kind of bring content to those that watch my channel. And I thought a lot of conversations. And I thought to myself, here, look at the Ford Tremor. I just love this truck. I knew I'd be paying dearly. I cleaned that truck yesterday evening and didn't finish up that till like 7, like 7, I guess, something like that. But I just do love this Ford F-250 Tremor Carly package. This is one of my favorite trucks. I mean, it really is. So yeah, so what the heck? Oh my gosh, I even left my other truck back here, and I meant to pull that up, but just, oh my gosh, just you'll see once you walk in the garage here, you'll understand what I'm saying. Am I kind of dragging this morning? Yeah, I mean, it's a project. Owning all these vehicles, I know I'm crazy. So many people watch my channel. I mean, I get it. Why? I mean, so many people are like, why? Why? Yeah, why? So you look here, the whole theme of the garage has changed. Where's all the motorcycles, right? And let's just get over here and get the dogs in. And I need coffee bad this morning. I really do. My body's feeling it. So yeah, so it's not easy being me. Watching my channel, you probably saw that posting yesterday. I'll get the lights on so you can kind of get a little better clarity here. Yeah, so where'd all the bikes go? So I brought the Hellcats in, which I really do want to get these things out of the weather. And I really want to get them more secured and locked down. So the Gold Rush is here. The Frostbite Blue is here. And yeah, sadly, the motorcycles are all now in the trailers. So, and to get everything out of here yesterday and to get everything in those trailers, I mean, that's just a frickin' project. Yeah, for somebody who doesn't do it, they're like, how can that be a project? Yeah, well, when you have stuff in the trailers, you have to get stuff out of the trailers, and then you got to get stuff in the trailers, and then you got to the list goes on and on and on. It was an all-day, yesterday afternoon project. And some would be like, you need a bigger shop. And yes, you're right, I do. Well, you guys are not. I actually applied for a permit. I had the county out here to build a 24 wide by 40 foot long shop right here. This is what I had a vision, and actually I really had more of a vision of taking that old structure there down, and I really even had a bigger vision of once I did that one, then I would maybe redo that one over there. So I've always kind of had a vision. There's the keeper boy. There's my little boy. So I've always had the vision of kind of making things look nicer and just really get things so I have better organization of parking all my vehicles. My kid's going nuts calling the dog. The dog's not even done going to the bathroom. So, but you know, let me tell you why that hasn't happened. The county a big fat no. This is an area where I live on what they call the Limestone Overlay District, and I'm right on the edge, to the point that walked up around the corner here, those properties are not on the Limestone Overlay. Well, since I'm on the Limestone Overlay District, I'm only allowed to build structures of so many square feet without doing a engineering study. He's trying to go to the bathroom. He's not going to the bathroom. So what the county says is you're giving up to like 2,000 square feet or something like that to allow you to add onto your property without an engineering study. And some people are like, well, just freaking do an engineering study. Where I live, in the day of age that I am, my age, do I want to have the county come to my property and start drilling holes all over the place? And then they say, you know what? Your barn, this is funny. He's not going to the bathroom, kid. Just let him alone. He won't go to the bathroom. He's stuck. The kid's going nuts. The dog is constipated. And then Julia's screaming and yelling for him. Yeah, so you got a nice silo back here. So for me, I'm just like, no way, man. Those start coming in here drilling. Oh, you got a sinkhole. You got a sinkhole possibility. You're gonna have to re-engineer that whole silo. Oh, your barn's not I mean, who knows? This structure's been here for 100 years, and all of a sudden, nope. So that's why I'm like, no. So the reason I'm talking about this is, here's my garages. I figured out years ago, just buy trailers. These become garages. Nothing really per se that is easy per se to work on, but it gives me the availability to park things in them to help my addictions of all my freaking toys. So how about that? So no, the conversation this morning is no, I'm not doing that. And who hasn't heard that? That's the theme today, the no conversations. Ford Mustang, what I want to call the dark horse, the GT, and wow, after the car show yesterday, I had to go to work. So not only yesterday morning did I do the car show, but then I had to go drive around the Beltway, and this car is so much fun. It really is a lot of fun. And now that it's broken in, I'm kind of starting to really kind of get into it more. And it's just, the exhaust on it would be nice, but I'm just concerned that I don't want to hear that damn exhaust all day long. Here's my Triumph that I pinstriped. I did a pinstripe. You see here? See the black pinstripe? I did it on the front fender. I just eyeballed everything. I didn't measure anything. I mean, is it off? Probably a little, probably. I just got this idea on Saturday night. I did the pinstripe on the belt buckle on the tank. The other side, I thought I'd give a little character. And then I did my saddlebags. I really like the saddlebags. I'm sure some are like, yeah, takes away the look from the bike. I don't care. I want the capability to be able to carry my water bottles, my safety kit, my knife, any spare tools, any extra riding gear. I mean, all day long. And this thing comes off so easily. But I just love my new bags. Disappointed they didn't give me the locks. Apparently, one guy says if you buy these Triumphs, it's supposed to give you an extra set of locks. Yeah, right. I don't believe that. Anybody believe that story? Yeah, well, who's giving stuff away? So, and there we are. Got the Hellcats, got the Harleys in. So that had to kind of come to closure. What am I going to ride? And the whole point here that I did all this is because it's a change of season. And I'm not going to ride a lot of other motorcycles. And really, the Indian Pursuit needs to be in here. That's why I'm so disappointed that I'm having to go through all this. And one of my subscribers is just pounding his fist. So he thinks that this is ridiculous how long it's taking to get the Indian Pursuit issue resolved. But what he doesn't know is that is the service guy down there that handles all this. His father passed suddenly last week. So I just goofed up the whole week. So, I mean, for me, what am I going to do? And my good friend, my condolences to Pete and his family for the sudden loss of his father. But what am I going to do? I'm going to get this guy's face and start yelling at him that you didn't get my motorcycle and taken care of instantly when you have 14 other motorcycles? I mean, yeah, right. I'm not doing that. That should be resolved this week. Whole point is I transitioned the riding more of the hotter months to the cooler months, which means it's more about the cars. And so, but this is what I talked about the other day. In so many aspects, if you have these performance cars, you can't drive these cars in the colder months. And this is where it gets into a whole argument. This door right here tells you, I've shown this so many times, This door shows you that when it's 45 degrees or less, you're not supposed to drive this car because these are the summer performance tires. Yeah, right. Who's going to listen to that sticker? Nobody. But you're not supposed to drive this car. I mean, I don't believe the 45 degree. I believe you drive this car in the high 30s, low 40s, you're good. The 20s, I wouldn't do it. I mean, yeah, right, you can, whatever. That's an argument. But it's the no. You're being told, no, you can't do that. So conversation for me, and I think many others would probably share their stories too. It seems like Harley-Davidson Financial is just a constant, like, no. If you're watching the channel, you'll see that I tried to pull off buying the Harley-Davidson Breakout, the blue color, silver, Atlas silver. It's like has a blue stripe in it. And it's the same old story for Harley-Davidson. They're coming back with these really stupid deals to think that I'm going to agree to them. And I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do it. So, even to the point that my sales guy, I told my sales guy last weekend, no, I'm not interested in this car. Believe it or not, I told him that. So even though it's sitting here in my garage, initially I told him, no, I don't think it's the car I'd want. I just don't think it's not optioned out the way I'd like it. Here is my daughter's Scat Pack. You know, she's pretty good about really being, conservative on this car because she doesn't drive it to like the gym or other places. I mean, she just knows. My daughter knows that this is such a softer car that, I mean, I've told her, it's like, no, I would not drive this car and leave it in a public space unattended for any lengthy time. I just think that you're going to be calling me and going, Dad, car's gone. I'm like, yeah, we knew that'd play out. So my daughter does get the nose. Some people, I'm sure, that watch the channel think that you just give your daughter everything. I don't. And my daughter doesn't ask for things. I just buy things. You may not believe that, but for the most part, it's usually I kind of show her something, and then I kind of get on the page and maybe try to get something. But she's not usually like saying to me, hey, Dad, I want to go buy a Harley-Davidson Street Bob. Hey, Dad, I want you to go buy me Indian Scout Bob. Or, hey, Dad, I want you to go buy me a Harley Lowrider ST. She doesn't like that. Hey, Dad, I want you to buy me. I mean, so it just isn't per se like that. Just because me, the addicted the individual that can't say no. I'm sure I watch my channel right now, I'd be like, the no conversations, it's pretty obvious that you have a hard time saying no. And I'd say, yeah, you're right about that. Because let's get upstairs. But what do you think of the Triumph Rocket with my little pinstripe? I think it goes good. I think it's a good theme. I'm surprised even Triumph didn't do that on their own. I mean, the coolest thing would be is give a guy that's a real painter and let the painter guy put a stripe on it. But at the same time, I think, for the most part, being it's just a stripe he can put on and take off, I think that it looks good. And did I want to ride yesterday? I did, but it was kind of a little cooler day, but that wasn't it. It was more about me having to get my garage in order here for the change of season, because the change of season is upon us, and all the motorcycle riding adventures will, kind of not be what they were per se. So let's get up here. And yeah, no, I didn't really want to spend the day yesterday cleaning my office, cleaning the garage, got the stairs cleaned up, kind of try to get the office a little more looking better here. You can see it's not the disaster it looked like. And yeah, you had all the windows are open. And I just, hey, Pop, what you doing, huh? Let's get some heat going here. So it's kind of cold. And let's get this door to my upper deck closed. The projects, right? And my dog, my German Shepherd, jammed my freaking left thumb. I mean, borderline, just about stories. Oh, let's get here. So now it's Murphy's Law. I got to use my left hand, and it's very challenging because of my left thumb's killing me. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get this. See my nasty first year. I did not swim in my pool in like 10 years. Yeah, do I just bulldoze that thing? First year, I didn't do all the weed whacking that I usually do. weed whack from our property, and I sprayed the chemicals. This year I just was anti to do that. Here's my, gonna be here watching my channel there, had that car. Here is my Ford Mustang GT500. That's a real picture of it with the chassis number 712. I wish I had more pictures of all my vehicles. Because you can imagine if I would have ever kept every license plate and had a picture of every one of my cars attached to license plate. I don't even know if I had enough room. I would not even have enough room in this office to hang all the license plates. Because I think I'm at 400 plus purchases of vehicles. What are we at now? This year, I don't even know. I just kind of turned that off my brain. But I did slow down on buying cars. I did say no for just about 6 months. So the Harley Davidson deal, yeah, love to have a breakout. But, you know, it's coming to end the season. So, I mean, it's one of these things. So many people know my channel. So you're going to buy that thing. Your guys are going to ride it once. It'll be parked. But I like that color. So is Harley going to bring the Atlas Silver back next year? For me, the other colors are nice, but I really like that Atlas Silver. So how do I pull that deal off? I mean, there's ways I can pull it off, but I'm just not there yet. But at the same time, just too many things kind of going on to be really having to focus on that. And so yesterday at the car show, good show. And when I say that, I met some nice people, but it was a very light show. And part of me is like, what's going on? It seems like that show is kind of losing the people showing up. Why? I mean, there's other car shows in the area that are much bigger. So my guess is for some, they're just don't feel like, I guess some feel like that show just isn't that great a show. And it's pretty much the same people week in, week out. And so, yeah, somebody's saying, no, I'm not going to that show anymore. And so I walked around, talked to different people, and there's one video in there I did not show, which was a Fisker gentleman. I don't think he's watched my channel, but it was a gentleman just bought the Fisker SUV Ocean One, supposedly one of 5,000 or something like that are being made worldwide. And he really, if he's watching my channel, I don't know how he would personally, because he didn't write down my channel, didn't take a picture or anything, but it got into just way too long. It turned into a 16-minute video, and I was trying diplomatically to try to get him to kind of move along a little faster about his love of his EV vehicle, and I just couldn't do it without being just rude to him. And some people, I'm sure, that do watch my channel, watch me kind of walk around and talk to these people. I'm sure some people are like, yeah, one guy's like, you're sure kind of pushy. I'm like, yeah, well, when you're the guy sitting behind that camera, people don't want to see a 20-minute video of somebody's car. I mean, most people, I think, would like to see a 7-minute, 10-minute, maybe. So anyways, the Fisker gentleman, I didn't know all this, but the guy that invented Fisker, Mr. Fisker, who lives in California, he thinks he's maybe German descent or something like that, but he was just telling me a story. He was very fixated on this guy, Fisker, who's gone through some very incredible challenges to get his electric vehicle to the market. But at the same time, it didn't seem, he knew things about the car, but he only has 39 miles on it. But he's all about he really loves electric vehicles. He's all about not having to go to the gas station. He's all about barely paying any money to recharge his car. But I don't know. I was like, yeah, we put 39 miles on it. I guess it's not going to cost that much. But anyway, so that video was not included. Anybody that kind of knows me and walked around with me or whatever, some of you like, yeah, I thought you videoed that electric blue Fisker SUV. But what's really interesting about that SUV is, well, it should be a big no for me to buy that vehicle because it has no frunk. The front of the vehicle you can't open the front of the trunk of the vehicle. No storage. The back of the cargo area is dinky. So if you and your wife and a kid went on a road trip, you'd have no option probably to put a big thing on top of the roof of the car, but that's a solar panel. I can't see in how you could take a road trip in a car. Two of you could to put the back seats down, but if you had 3 people or 4, that is not a very accommodating vehicle. And basically it's a $70,000 car. So, and that's the thing. I bring up this EV vehicle because it's never-ending conversations of EV vehicles. But what are we seeing? I mean, more than ever, there's now data starting to really populate that the American consumers are saying a big no to the EV vehicles. I mean, it really is. It's not me here trying to just be somebody being anti-electric. That's not who I am. I'm more about being anti-government control. That's I tell people I want to meet. I told the guy yesterday, he's like, I think this is a nice car, but I said, but the problem here with most people look at this vehicle is they feel like you've been told what to do. That's the challenge. And people don't want to be told what to do. And that's the big no. That's why I brought this morning. Like, wow, are we living in the times more than ever of no? I mean, I think we are. I think more than ever, we're going to start seeing more no's than yeses. And so just looking at my own experience of going to Harley dealer here lately, it's incredible how in Tennessee at Wrecking Crew, I tried to pull off a deal of getting rid of my Street Bob for the breakout. And the deal really should have gone down. But it was a big no. The dealership just couldn't get the numbers to work. I don't know. I think they're too greedy down there. I think Wrecking Crew, they're all about, here's the thing, and if Wrecking Crew, maybe they're sitting there watching me, I'm just telling you, what's going on here, my own perception, is you're not posting the price of these motorcycles on these bikes. And so I've learned the hard way that I thought I was getting a deal, but I didn't get the deal. So now I'm buried up to my eyeballs in the Street Bob. I was never fixated on buying a Street Bob. It's all my own mistake of just not realizing that what the real price of the bike is, not knowing that the dealer puts a $3,000 to $4,000 ADM on it per se. And so anyways, the point is, I'm really disappointed there for the Wrecking Crew. Anybody, I don't think they're going to be watching my channel, but if they were, I'd be like, look, I went down there. You go right now, you owe me $2,000. I'm about to call them and have the paperwork sent to me to get my $2,000 for that red Street Cloud I bought last year from them that I sold. There's $2,000 of add-ons, more than that, but they owe me $2,000. They told me that was there. The Street Bob, same thing. There's $2,000 of add-ons coming back to me. If I trade in, there's $4,000. So in that deal down there, me putting money down, that deal should have gone down. I don't know why they couldn't get the deal done. This makes no sense. Only thing I can think of is they want $4,000 plus for that breakout. So basically what I'm saying to you is the breakout is basically $20,000 motorcycle. I think they're probably wanting $24,999 for it. So there's the $5,000. So the numbers instantly of my money's coming back to me evaporate. So it just doesn't make any sense. And so once again, disappointed, Wrecking Crew, that you didn't pull off that black denim Harley breakout. I'm very disappointed. I mean, to the point like, am I going to buy another bike from you? I don't know. I mean, but it's all new management. And so there's the first deal. Didn't go down. And then I guess I went to Frederick Harley to buy the trike. And for me, it was a big fat no, because you watch my channel, you'll see that Harley-Davidson Financial has gone from 10.89% financing to 25% at that dealership because, my credit scores bounce around. But for the record, I just bought the Triumph motorcycle from Freedom Road Financial for 8.99% financing. So, sorry, I'm not buying the gig of, your credit score is so bad now, we get to charge you. No, screw you. I bought the Ford Mustang GT down there for like 10.29 financing. So, it's like, are you kidding me? Abuse the policy beyond believable what Harley-Davidson Financial is doing. So, there for me is my second no on the CVO trike. From there, I went to Chesapeake Harley on the gold color trike. There's a word for that damn color, and I can't think of it. It's just a total mind. Can't remember it. So it came back for the most part another no, because for me a no. Harley-Davidson approved the deal with me giving back my CVO 2023 for a trike and 23.99% financing. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So then I go to Patriot Harley Davidson in Fairfax, and I work a whole different deal on the RG3. In the interim, I now figured out there's an RG3. You saw those videos. I rode around on it. Cool. And we went round and around with Harley. And at the end of the day, it was the same story. It's going to be 23.99%. So it's another no. All right. And so then it was just a few days later that I'm down near Richmond, Virginia, and I go to Richmond Harley Davidson. And it's incredible how that deal there came so close to being a yes. But at the last second, Harley Davidson Financial said no. And the conditions were if I wanted... They said no. I tried to do an outright buy, and I just about pulled that off. But then it turned into, nope, you got to give up the CVO. So I was like, no. So now you go to, and then the interim and all of that, I went out and bought my Triumph. And in turn, I bought the Mustang GT. So now, over the weekend, or Friday, because it was Friday, I'm at Skyline Harley in Winchester, Virginia, and they still have that Atlas Silver Breakout, which I really want. And we go round and round on that, trying to figure out how to make a deal go down. And Saturday morning, I submit an application, and by mid-morning, it's a yes from Harley Davidson Financial, but it's with conditions. So this time around, they want the Lowrider ST, which there's no way I'm giving that up. I mean, I can't see my daughter being happy. I really want to get rid of the Street Bob. It's too much of a negative equity. The Street Bob is a $10,000 motorcycle. And I am so upside down on motorcycles, it's ridiculous. It's because of Wrecking Crew Harley totally abused the situation. And they charge me, just once again, it's my fault. And that's why you got to be so careful. People know these stories. You go to these dealerships, man, if you don't do your research, they'll just pull the wool over your eyes, and they laugh all the way to the bank when you walk out the door. So, yeah, so Skyline Harley, for the most part, it's a no. We can't seem to make sense of how to make the deal go. Sure, it's all about the money. Well, yeah, sure, if I want to write a huge check, I'm not going to do that. But here's the other thing, is I truly believe, after talking to one of the Chris, the general sales manager there, I truly believe that people now are really starting to become more of the no. And even these salespeople will admit that. Even the GSM will tell you that. It's like, yeah, people come in to buy a motorcycle, and yes, we're seeing more declines. We're seeing more of those. Not everybody. I mean, people are still getting really good rates from Harley to have excellent credit, not a lot of exposure. But you get a guy like me and others who maybe have too much exposure. They just really don't want the deal, so they want you to pay a lot of interest just for the what if. And so the gentleman there is like, yeah, I mean, the sales, I told you the other day, Eisenhower Harley sold a whopping 21 new motorcycles in all of September. So that just tells you that people are starting, I'm not talking about new. I don't know the used side of it. They could have sold 50 used. I have no idea. But all I know is my sales friend there, GM, I should say, my finance lady there, this very nice and very honest about things. She told me that September is one of the worst months they've had yet. So are people more than ever now starting to say no? I think people are. I really think that more and more people are. And here's another statistic outside of the motorcycles that these dealerships are seeing. Oh, well, here's another thing. So my good friend Chris went out to the Harley dealer on Saturday. He'd like a breakout. He wants the black denim breakout. And so when I talked to the GSM on Saturday morning, downpouring rain here, and what's interesting is, believe it or not, a lot of car dealerships, and even if you motorcycle dealerships, or car dealerships are notorious for having incredible sales days on rainy days. People are more like, nope, I'm not working outside today, so let's go to the car dealership and buy something. That is a known fact. So rainy days for car dealerships typically aren't on a weekend. I'm not saying the middle of the week. I'm saying on a weekend, people will take the rainy day and be more like, no, let's not be outside working. Let's be inside making a deal and buying something. So anyways, the general sales manager said on Saturday morning they were swamped. I mean, I do know that. I do know that he was very busy. But now, I don't know the real facts, but I asked Chris, my good friend, who was there until they pretty much closed up, he got there late Saturday afternoon trying to do a deal. And I asked him, so how many bikes did they sell today? He's like, none. I'm like, really? No, I don't know. I mean, he may be not know. Somebody he claims that he asked one of the guys there and they didn't sell one motorcycle. Wow. So, it's interesting. A lot of these Harley dealers are going to 5-day weeks. I just think it's crazy not to have a Harley dealer open on Saturday and Sunday. Wouldn't it be more advantageous to be closed Monday, Tuesday, and to be open Saturday, Sunday? I mean, it makes no sense. That's where you have time to go ride and go do things. I talked to the owner of that dealership, and he was just adamant about how you have to bring everybody in. You just can't. The Sundays, you have to have a full staff. Somebody buys a motorcycle, you need the service guys on back end to get it put together to make sure it's run right and go out the front door if they want to put a few accessories on it. So I'm like, why wouldn't you be open Wednesday? Does anybody get this? Don't most people like to go spend the weekend going places and doing things? Are you doing that on a Monday or Tuesday? So, I don't know. So, but it was a big no to me. Like, no, we're just not going to do that. So, anyways, going back to the no, I think it would be interesting to hear other people that watch my channel say yes. In my own hometown, I have friends that work at a car dealership, or I went to a car dealership, or I went to Martha, and you could see that the no's are more prevalent than ever, that the financing side is getting tougher and tighter, and people are being rejected. And I think more than anything, I think a lot of people are just seeing the rates, and they don't want these rates because we've been spoiled at the giveaway rates. And they're now saying that in the housing market, they're saying that this year we're at 4.1 million home sales, the lowest sales of homes since 2008. And if anybody knows 2008, they know that was a very bad time. I know it too well. What I went through, yeah. Do I want to tell you? Not really, but I have in so many ways. But the whole point is that people are not, and what they're saying, it's a dramatic difference from 2008 till today. Because a lot of people back in 2008 were trying to sell their homes, but they couldn't get out of their homes that they were paid for. Today, what they're seeing more of is people have such low interest rates, they don't want to sell their homes because to get a new home, their interest rates are going to be double or triple from what they had for existing homes. So it isn't the same scenario of people are in financial dire straits. It's people are trying to be smart and not sign off on bad rates. So at the same time, I think a lot of people think the dire straits are here and everything's coming to an end. And yeah, but anyway, so now I think to myself, boy, oh boy, so many people in this country just 3 years ago made a decision to vote no. And yet here we are 3 years later, and it seems like more than ever, are the no's more prevalent than the yeses? I mean, it just seems like, wow. I mean, right now, I've kind of been trying to keep my channel where I just don't feel like following the world events. I mean, who doesn't know what the hell is going on right now? I mean, oh my God. And what's the main problem? It's a big no. It's us. I mean, as an individual, for me, getting going in my life for success, my biggest challenge was the no's. As a salesperson, the biggest thing is, how do you overcome the objection, which is a no? How do you overcome somebody saying no to you that you want them to have a yes? And more than ever, I think that we're witnessing right now, especially in this country, I just talked about it, people more than ever are showing that they're a big no on this EV transition. Look at the UAW. UAW right now is holding out from the big three. They're on a big no for what the big three is offering them on their compensation. The big three is a big no on what the UAW wants for compensation. I just think it's so interesting that I think that in so many ways, I mean, is the car market, can the car market sustain itself, continue to sustain itself with just the crazy, how expensive these cars are? And the big manufacturers can give you good rates if they can get their qualify for their vehicle you want to buy and everything else. So the big guys are paying down rates to kind of keep the interest where you'll still buy a car because you get a decent rate. But outside of that, if you're not with the manufacturer, then you're paying higher rates. And so I think to myself, where we are today, 3 years later, I mean, are people just really a big no to go out to eat as much? Are people at a big no to travel as much? Are people a big no to buy things? I mean, even though the consumer spending has been incredibly healthy, but are we just now at the curve? Is there a curve here where people now more than ever are starting to pull back and just say no? I mean, all sincereness, it isn't the gloom and doom channel that I want to promote by any means. I'm just asking, are we seeing more no's? I mean, we now know, no and no, is we're witnessing that a war is among us because of one thinks differently from the other. They have totally opposing views, and so it's a big no. And yeah, and is it getting radical? It's interesting. We're very interesting times. And to tell my daughter the other day, back in 2001, 2002, 2003, there's so many young people out there, but they just don't understand what was going on and what can happen in our own environment where your nerves. I mean, I can remember back in 2001, 2, 3, the 9/11 attacks, and then the terrorist attacks, the anthrax attacks, and then the sniper shooter. I mean, just people don't really know this stuff that's not of my age or a little younger. And people were going to the hospital because they were just rattled. They were just nervous. They were scared. I mean, that's what is going on now. What is the media machine doing? I mean, in so many ways. I mean, sadly, the FBI and the higher intelligence committee is telling us that we may have these people sitting on our doorstep. And anybody here that's been through these scary times, all it takes is something radical to happen once. And I think a lot of people are going to be on the no page. Nope, I'm not going out. Nope, I'm not going to spend money. I mean, it could instantly just turn so many things as we witness the opposing views in modern times that you read about in the history of the world, of mankind, which is the big no. We can't agree on things. So anyways, kind of leave it at that. And it's the no day. I'm sure somebody like, man, you would say no more often. Yeah, right. Yeah. No. I'm more like, yeah. So anyways, hey, thanks for watching my channel. And what's going on next? I don't know. I mean, just, oh my gosh. Yesterday was just a lot of work, and I got a ton of work on my schedule in front of me. And no, I really don't want to do it. But what you learn is, if you discipline yourself in life, is you have to take the no's and you have to turn them into yeses. That's how you become successful. Relationships, business, life, and that's the challenge. Being disciplined is, no, I don't want to do that, but yes, I have to do it. So hey, everybody, thanks for watching my channel. God bless, stay safe, have a great day, and stay tuned. Who knows with me? The adventures always continue.